Okay, everybody, thank you. Welcome to the Board of Education meeting for June 25th, 2024. Can we get a roll call declaration form?
Sola. Here. Bradley. Here. Stacy.
Here.
Curran.
Here.
Noble. Here. And Linden.
Here. Okay, and then whatever would please rise for the pledge of allegiance, followed by an invocation by Pastor Carl Frost, St. John United Church of Christ. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Holy One, we have many questions in our daily lives, many whys and why nots. Like when it's 103 degrees outside, why do we worry about hail hitting our vehicles? We are grateful for teachers who can answer questions like these, and for librarians who point the way to resources. We are grateful for administrators and staff who help keep things running smoothly and deal with things when there are hiccups or crises. We are grateful for new employees in the school system and the new ideas and experiences they bring to blend with what has been. And we are grateful for students and families who are eager to gain all that education offers on every level. Bless not only Granite City Community School District 9, but education everywhere. For a wise proverb says, "Listen to advice and accept instruction, that you may gain wisdom for the future." May our education system and school board successfully take this to heart and prepare students for an exciting, blessed future. Amen.
Before we get started, I'd just like to thank a few people for helping set this room up and make it the way that it is today. Jeff Krause and Bill Cherry, two of the custodians here at our building, really put in a lot of time getting things set up, to wax the floor. I just appreciate the work that they did, how nice it looks in here. I also want to thank Brad Smith, Beth Hawley, Eric Smith, Regina Bright, and Corey Irve. They worked on sound to make sure that the projector was posted up there for you to be able to see behind us and on the side, and so hopefully you're able to hear us out there okay. But we just felt like this was a nice location to be able to hold our board meetings, get some more seating, have our administration have a table to sit at, and so I just appreciate everybody that took the time in to make that happen. So thank you so much, and I know we'll still make some improvements on it. This is our first go at it, but just thank you for all the work you're doing. And then the other thing I'd like to say is, you notice we got going on behind us, that's part of one of the things you'll see is our district website on there. If you haven't had a chance to go on there yet, those of you watching online, we do have our agendas posted on there, and there's a little bit more detail on the agendas than have been in the past, so please go in there and find that. It's under the board of Education tab, and find that, and you'll see a PDF for today's meeting, and you'll start seeing those the Friday before the meetings. And so you can find that information on there and kind of have what you need to look at and be prepared if you want to follow along. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I think I'm going to go ahead and stand up for this one, where we have some recognitions that I've worked with these people for quite some time. So Karen, if you can come up here first. And Karen has I worked with Karen. I've been here for 18 years, and so I remember working with you as a teacher, working with you when you were an assistant principal at Coolidge, and then for Hart. You've worked at pretty much all levels, and I know you've done a wonderful job. You're going to be greatly missed. Hopefully you'll take some time to come back and stuff for us as teacher, administrator, just anything that you would like to do. We appreciate it. So we have this plaque that we put together for you, and it just says, "Award of Excellence presented to Fro Hart Elementary Principal Karen Robertson. Thank you for your 25 years of service with Granite City School District, students, and community." on June 30th, 2024. Thank you.
Hey, John. Let's see the flag. There we go. Thank you.
Do you want to say anything?
No, just well, I mean, it's been an honor to serve with everyone, and I've enjoyed working with all of you, and I'll miss it, and I'll probably be back in some capacity or another, so, thank you. Thanks
Thank
again.
you. Yes. And this is Jim Parker, and it has been a pleasure working with Jim for, like I said, 18 years. I'm going to miss his devil's advocate in meetings where he's always looking at the other side of the coin, but it's much appreciated because it helps us think about different things that we may not have thought of before. And so, Jim, it's truly been a pleasure working with you over these 16 years. I'm going to miss you. I don't know if you'll come back and sub for us or not, but we would welcome that. And it's been a great honor. And it says to Jim Parker, Award of Excellence, to the Presenting Executive Director of HR. Thank you for your 32 years of service to the Grant City School District students and community. Thank you.
He loves pictures, right? Thank you.
Jim, would you like to say anything?
Just like to thank the gentleman there in the second row who, gave me a lot of training, gave me my first opportunity, Bob Bischoff, who's retired from business. Thank you.
And with that, we'll work with an approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of the Board of Education held on May 28, 2024. Do we have a motion? So moved. Okay. And roll call.
Bradley. Stacy.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Lindeman.
Aye.
Silva. Aye.
Okay. And the consent agenda, which contains those items that are repetitive or routine in nature. Any member may make a motion to approve the consent agenda or request that any of the items be moved to section 7 for individual discussion and consideration. And do we have a motion? Second? Okay, and for discussion first.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to talk about the donations. So we, unfortunately, we lost one of our teachers, retired teachers recently, but there was a donation from the family of Jan Greathouse to the Grant City School District. The Greathouse family sent donations in honor of many years of service that Ms. Greathouse taught. And so we truly appreciate them thinking of us during that time of need that they were going through. But thank you very much for that. And then the other was from a donation of Central Christian Church for the GCHS athletics. And this was, again, donated to the athletic department in honor of one of their parishioners with their church that passed away. So, again, in a time of need, we thinking of our district during this time. So, much appreciated.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, roll call.
Stacy.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Lindeman.
Aye.
Silva. Aye. And Bradley.
Okay. And then we have 7A, rescinded retirements and resignations.
Yes, it is recommended the following retirements and resignations listed below and also, again, listed on the district website and rescinded.
Do we have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Second. Okay. Roll call.
Curran.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Lindeman.
Aye.
Silva. Aye. Bradley. Aye. And Stacy.
Aye. Okay, 8B, retirements and resignations.
It is recommended that the following retirements and resignations listed below and again on the district website be accepted.
Do we have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Canovo. Aye. Linneman.
Aye.
Silva. Aye. Bradley. Aye. Stacy.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye. 8C, requests for leaves of absence.
It is recommended the following requests for leave of absences listed below and again on the district website be approved.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Linneman.
Aye.
Silva. Aye. Bradley. Aye. Stacy.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye.
Canovo. Aye.
8D, requests for extensions to leaves of absence.
It is recommended that the following requests for extensions to leave of absences listed below and on the district website be approved.
So moved. Second. Roll call.
Silva. Aye. Bradley. Aye. Stacy.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye.
Canovo. Aye. Linneman.
Aye. Okay, 8E, extracurricular recommendations for the 24-25 school year.
You have received detailed information about this item. The administration is prepared to make recommendations and hold for discussion in executive session. The administration is recommending that the following extracurricular assignments for the 24-25 school year listed below and listed on the district website be approved.
Yeah. So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Silva. Aye. Bradley. Aye. Stacy.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye.
Canovo. Aye. Linneman.
Aye. Okay, 8F, extracurricular volunteers for the 24-25 school year.
You have received detailed information about this item. The administration is prepared to make recommendations or hold for discussion in executive session. The GCSD9 administration is recommending that the following extracurricular volunteers for the 24-25 school year listed below and on the district website be approved.
Second.
Roll call.
Bradley. Aye. Stacy.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye.
Canovo. Aye. Linneman.
Aye.
Silva. Aye.
Okay. 8G, recommendations for GCHS student workers, co-ops for the 24-25 school year.
You have received detailed information about this item. The administration is prepared to make recommendations or hold for discussion in executive session. The GCSD9 administration is recommending the following student workers co-ops for the 24-25 school year listed below and on the district website be approved.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Stacy.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye.
Canovo. Aye. Linneman.
Aye.
Silva. Aye. Bradley.
Okay, 8H1, employment of Granite City High School English teacher for the 24-25 school year.
You have received detailed information about this item. The administration is prepared to make recommendations or hold for discussion in executive session. The GCSD9 administrative and interview committee consisted of Dr. David Keel, Executive Director of Educational Operations, Tim McChristian, Granite City High School Principal, Chris Hutchings, Granite City High School Assistant Principal, and Lisa Miller, Granite City High School English teacher, are recommending the appointment of Kaylee Bischoff as the Granite City High School teacher for the 24-25 school year. Approval is recommended pending the submission of required paperwork.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Curran.
Aye.
Canovo. Aye. Linneman.
Aye.
Silva. Aye. Bradley. Aye. Stacy.
Aye. Okay, 8H2, the employment of Grigsby Intermediate School 6th grade teacher for the 24-25 school year.
Yes, you received detailed information about this item. The administration is prepared to make recommendations or hold for discussion in executive session. The GCSD9 administration and interview committee consisting of Kristen Berna, Executive Director of K-12 Curriculum, Steve Mathis, Grigsby Intermediate School Principal, and Jeannie Bratton, Prather Elementary Education Center Principal, are recommending the employment of Lindsay Hutchins as the Grigsby Intermediate 6th grade teacher for the 24-25 school year. Approval is recommended pending the submission of required paperwork.
Aye.
Kern.
Aye. 8H3, the employment of Granite City High School special education teacher for the 24-25 school year.
You've received detailed information about this item, and administration prepared to make recommendations or hold for discussion in executive session. The GCSD9 administration and review committee consisting of Nikki Watkins, executive director of special education, Tim Christian, Granite City High School principal, Deborah Mills, Granite City High School special education department chair, are recommending the employment of Christopher Ford as the Granite City High School special education teacher for the 24-25 school year. Approval is recommended pending the submission of the required paperwork.
So moved. Second. Roll call.
Linneman.
Aye.
Silva. Aye. Bradley. Aye. Stacy.
Aye.
Kern.
Aye.
Sorry.
Silva.
My fault.
Aye.
Okay, 9A is something that was tabled in an earlier meeting. We're bringing it back right now. 9A is the gaggle renewal with ESSER funding.
The GCSD9 administration requests the authorization to renew GAGL. The program has proven useful in helping with the detection and prevention of students' mental health issues, including self-harm, violence, and drug and alcohol abuse. The software uses content analysis with machine learning technology to flag concerns in students' school-issued GAGL accounts and is reviewed by response teams at GAGL. The GAGL response teams immediately notify the school district contacts, including building principals, social workers, SROs, and other administration if there is an issue that needs to be addressed. 1 year renewal cost is $34,500 and will be paid with extra funding. Approval is, I'm not recommending it. It's not recommended.
So moved.
Well, you got it.
Yeah, we have to vote.
Right.
So moved. You have a second?
Second.
Okay. Roll call.
The motion is to not to approve.
Well, the motion, I guess we should go with the original motion was. The original motion was to approve.
Because it's my understanding that the administration is making a.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll vote no on it.
Yes, so the motion was to approve.
Kern.
No.
Noble. Noble. No. Linneman.
No.
Silva. No. Bradley. No. Stacy.
No. Okay. And now we'll move on to the, kind of the second part of this. 10A, the student safety system with ESSER funding.
Yes, the GCSD9 administration requests authorization to move the student safety system to BARC Schools Plus, BARC for Schools Plus. Administration agrees that the system needs to be in place for student safety to address self-harm, violence, bullying, weapons, etc. We have met with BARC and GoGuardian on products and reviewed demos of each for comparison to GAGL. Below is the cost for each student safety system. The selected vendor is in bold and will pay with ESSER funding, which again is BARC for Schools Plus for $10,500. Approval is recommended.
So moved.
Second.
Any more discussion? Roll call.
Silva. Aye. Bradley. Aye. Stacy.
Aye.
Kern.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. And Linneman.
Aye. Okay. 10B, the Avaya phone system upgrade with ESSER funding.
The GCSD9 administration requests authorization to replace the current Avaya phones with updated models, as well as add phones for all classroom contact commercial technology solutions for the setup and install. A majority of the current Avaya phones were purchased over 10 years ago. Commercial technology solutions installed the current equipment, has supported us over the years, and has the original as-built documentation to complete the transition to the most seamless way possible. Cost for this project is $110,231 to be paid with ESSER funding. Approval is recommended.
Second. Any more discussion? Roll call.
Bradley. Aye. Stacy.
Aye.
Kern.
Aye.
Noble. Noble. Aye. Linneman.
Aye.
Silva. Aye.
Okay, 10C, Chromebook cart replacement bid number 14-24 with ESSER funding.
The GCSD9 administration request authorization to purchase 100 replacement Chromebook cards. The current cards are from 2018 and before and are now failing to charge the Chromebooks. The cards house Chromebooks in locations in the K through 2 buildings and are used every day. The recommended vendor is Trafera. The project will be paid for with ESSER funding for, again, the recommended is $191,000. Approval is recommended.
Any discussion?
Yes, I did have some questions about that, Brad. Just thinking about the parks that we have now, at least the ones that I remember from Coolidge and so forth. What is it about these new ones that are going to be different? Because I remember they have little shelves in there to put the Chromebooks on that you just plug in with your chargers from the back, which plugs into a long strip on the back of the card, and then that gets plugged into the wall. So I'm kind of want to know what these new ones offer.
So the current carts, they have a smart charging system in them. So there's like 4 power strips in each cart, right? And it rotates between like the different power strips to charge them, so that not all 30 of them are charging at the same time. That portion of the carts is currently failing on some of them. So this would be a replacement for that, as well as it makes it a smarter charging cart where it won't charge all of them at the same time.
I just feel like that's a lot of money for that, and I don't know that much about those, but it just seems
Just to throw in, I didn't realize the carts did that, and I'm going to guess that's a chunk of that price.
It is. When I looked up the old parts, it would probably cost $400 or $500 just to replace parts and then you have to retrofit them, and then you also have to take the time to do that. So with all that, and with being 6 years old now, they're kind of past their useful life at this point.
Roll call.
Stacy,
Aye.
Curran,
Aye.
Noble, Lindeman,
Aye.
Silva. I'll put the discussion, Brad. I'll say aye. Bradley. Aye. And Stacy.
Aye.
Okay, 10D, Granite City High School cafeteria bid for 12-24.
The GCSD9 administration received bids from the following vendors for the Granite City High School cafeteria bid 12-24. Due to equipment modifications, we will need to rebid this entire project and respectfully ask the Board of Education to reject bid 12-24. Please reject the bid based on the best interest of Granite City School District 9 and 2.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Curran,
No.
No.
Yeah, oh, yes, I'm sorry, yes. Oh, please reject, yeah, let's do that.
Yes. Lindeman,
Yes.
Silva. Yes. Bradley. Yes. And Stacy.
Yes. 10E, Granite City High School cafeteria bid number 15-24.
The GCSD9 administration received bids from the following vendors for the Granite City High School cafeteria bid 15-24. Approval awarded bid 1524 to Wilson Restaurant Supply based on the low bid specifications for $65,950.11. Approval is recommended.
Any more discussion?
What, so it says we received bids for the following, for the cafeteria, for what?
Chris, they're asking for what for the cafeteria? What was it?
We're adding 2 auto shams, which are a really cool version of air fryers. It's like modern day. It's really going to help our quality of food and not have to hold food as much. And also the auto shams we actually can put recipes in there for our staff. And it's really going to hold down our holding times, and we're really updating our equipment there. The equipment there has not been updated in a long time. And we also have a vector oven, which is really going to help for pizzas and do more things without a cart. And then we also have a new, it's basically, it's really good for broccoli and a new steamer for the steam stuff as well. So it's 4 things that are really needed for to update us and to really help with be more thorough with the staff and also help with the quality of food and lack of holding and it will really help with vegetables and our main entrees for lunch. So we're really excited about it.
Roll call.
Noble. Aye. Lindeman.
Aye.
Silva. Aye. Greggy. Stacy.
Aye.
And Curran.
Aye. 10F, IMRF omitted service credit.
The GCSD9 administration requests the approval to grant prior IMRF omitted service credit for Randy Anderson and Christy Beanland. Approval is recommended.
Second.
Roll call.
Lindeman.
Aye.
Silva. Aye. Greggy. Stacy.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye.
And Noble. Aye.
Okay, 10G, trust agreement with UC Bank.
Yes, this is to handle the summer pays for the trust agreement, and they will distribute the pays on the date set in the agreement, so we are requesting authorization to approve the attached trust agreement. Approval is recommended.
So moved.
Second.
Any more discussion? Roll call.
Curran.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Lindeman.
Aye.
Silva. Aye. Greggy. And Stacy.
Aye.
Okay, the next one is 10H, the breakfast after the bell hearing. And right now, I need a motion to temporarily adjourn the Board of Education meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Roll call. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and now I need a second to, well, that's that one, sorry. We are temporarily adjourned. So now, in our open public hearing here, I'd like to ask for any public comment about breakfast after the bell. We don't have any.
We do this every year. It is just to keep continuity of instruction going. Everybody eats.
Okay.
There's no interruption. Good class.
There's no interruption in the classroom.
All right. Then can I have well, we will now close this public hearing. Do we need a motion to close it? We can just leave the public hearing? Yeah. Okay, we have motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Okay, all those in favor? And then, can we have a motion to reconvene the regular board meeting? Second, okay, and, all those in favor of reconvene?
Nobody votes to come back in and meet.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And now, we are back. We need a motion to adopt the resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, and now we will.
Silva. Aye. Greggy. Stacy.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. And Lindeman.
Aye.
Okay, 10I, the 24-25 region tentative budget resolution and publication of notice in newspaper.
Yes, we are requesting, administration requesting to post the 24-25 region tentative budget resolution and publication of notice in the newspaper. Approval is recommended.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Roll call.
Greggy. Stacy.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Lindeman.
Aye.
And Silva.
Aye.
Okay, now 10J is the 24-25 GCSD9 tentative budget resolution and publication of notice in newspaper.
Yes, we are requesting, administration requesting to post the 24-25 GCSD9 tentative budget resolution and publication of notice in the newspaper. Approval is recommended.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Stacy.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Lindeman.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye.
Greggy.
And 10K, resolution to sell building trades lot 196, 4829 Bailey Drive.
Yes, the GCSD9 administration requests the authorization to accept the highest bid received for the building trades lot 196 located at 4829 Bailey Drive. The highest bid was $315,000 and came with an approval letter from Bussey Bank. Home mortgage with the following conditions: an acceptance appraisal of the subject property performed by a licensed appraiser, properly executed sales contract signed by all parties, no changes to the creditworthiness since the time of application, and subject to standard underwriting policies of Bussey Bank for conventional financing. Approval is recommended.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Curran,
Aye.
Noble, Lindeman,
Aye.
Silva,
Aye.
Bradley, Stacy.
Aye.
XL, which happens to be IXL software purchase.
The GCSD9 administration requests the approval to purchase IXL software. IXL replaces the iReady. IXL is very interactive with teachers, parents, and students in or outside of school. IXL can also include social studies and science curriculum in the future. Grades K through 6 will be paid with Title I funds for $67,191.50, and grades 7 through 12 will be paid with ESSER funds for $74,720.50. Approval is recommended.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
We use this for adult education. It's an awesome program. It is an awesome program. I love it. So I think you're going to really enjoy using it. Good choice.
Roll call.
Noble, Lindeman,
Aye.
Silva,
Aye.
Bradley, Stacy,
Aye.
Curran.
Aye. 10M, the Wilson Elementary Education Center HVAC upgrade.
Yes, the GCSD9 administration requests the approval for our Bay Mechanical to install 6 new air conditioning units at Wilson. With the installation of a new roof, we need to raise these units to match the new roof elevation. Since these units are nearly 30 years old, we believe that replacing them will ensure building comfort. This will be paid for with ESSER funding for a total of $153,343.02. Approval is recommended.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Lindeman,
Aye.
Silva,
Aye.
Bradley, Stacy,
Aye.
Curran,
Aye.
Noble.
10N, discipline of employee.
You have received detailed information about this item. The administration is prepared to make recommendations or hold for discussion in executive session. The GCSD9 administration requests the approval to uphold the disciplinary action listed below for the employee named under second cover.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Roll call.
Curran,
Aye.
Noble, Lindeman,
Aye.
Silva,
Aye.
Bradley, Stacy.
Aye.
Okay, 10O, GCHS dance team assistant coach proposal.
Yes, the GCSD9 administration and John Moe, GCSD9 athletic director, request the approval for the proposal of an assistant coach for the GCHS dance team. Mr. Moe has submitted a new club proposal form explaining the need for this position. And below it lists the need. There's been an assistant for 6 years who's been a volunteer, and he goes into all the different things that the dance team does. Travel and the different programs that they perform for. So that's listed below. And it shows what the financial cost of the district would be for an assistant at the high school with the step 1. It's $2,920. So that's the information.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Silva,
Aye.
Bradley, Stacy,
Aye.
Curran,
Aye.
Noble, Lindeman.
Aye. Okay, 10P1, extend the term of Miss Vick employee benefits pool.
Yes, administration, GCSD9 administration is requesting to extend the term of the municipal employee benefits pool for a 3-year term. Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Bradley. Stacy.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Linneman.
Aye.
And Silva.
Okay, 10P2, appoint Mystic Property Employee Benefits Pool Board members.
Yes, and as part of that, we have to, appoint 2 board members, and so we are requesting for Zach Surrey to be appointed as the voting member and Dr. Adam Garrett as his alternate.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Stacy.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Linneman.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye.
And Bradley.
Okay, 10P3, extend the term of Mystic Property Casualty Pool.
Yes, GCSD9 administration is requesting to extend the term of the municipal property casualty pool. Approval is recommended, again for a 3-year term.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Curran.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Linneman.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye.
Bradley. And Stacy.
Aye.
Okay, 10P4, appoint Mystic Property Casualty Pool Board members.
Before, we are requesting for 2 board members, and so Zach Surrey again being the voting member and Dr. Adam Garrett being the alternate.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Noble. Aye. Linneman.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye.
Bradley. Aye. Stacy.
Aye.
And Curran.
Aye. Okay, 11.1A, Freedom of Information Act requests.
Yes, we received 2 requests under the Freedom of Information Act during the period of May 22nd, 2024 through June 13th, 2024. The first request was received on May 24th from Charlotte Reed from Smart to Procure, and the second request was received on May 28th, 2024 from Brett Ellis from Walls Label and Mailing System. The requests were both handled by administration.
Okay, and then 11.1B, our IASB liaison report from Board Treasurer Linda Canoli.
Okay, thank you. IASB has announced a new scholarship program that will pay some portion of the attendance of the school board members that want to apply for it. I think this is a brand new program, and I'm very interested in seeing how many people take advantage of it. The other portion is the resolution submission form. We did not really get a resolutions form, but I'm asking for it now so that we can be prepared to, if at some time we want to make a resolution pertaining to some important area of our district, behavior of students or whatever it might be, it would be important to have that form. So nothing can be done without a complete school board, and we would be in a meeting to discuss those things. In the June talking points, school board guide to identify, recruit, and mentor future board members. This is something that IASB is urging all school districts to do in preparation for the need and the possibility of having new school board members at some point in time. So they will help us in learning how to develop an effective ongoing process for finding school board candidates. The kind that will make our school district continue to operate in such a way that we move forward. The General Assembly session was scheduled to conclude by the end of May, and the important issues impacting education were discussed, and we can expect to be receiving those important impact session bills by the end of June. press, we have already received press issue 115. And we will be dealing with that at another school board meeting. And the webinar is provided to explain many of the aspects of that issue. So I can and will be able to send out the webinar link so that all of us will know exactly what is explained in the changes of this new issue. Number one is the school library grant rules. Number two, the criminal history record security requirements. And then the rest is the 5-year reviews and other miscellaneous updates. So there's quite a bit in this, and I think that it will be important for us to schedule a policy meeting to go through it. That's it.
Thank you very much. And well, with that, I suppose we do not have executive sessions. So it's not on there, we can't do it anyway. And there are no executive session minutes to approve. So the next meeting will be July 23rd, 2024, right here in the new room